Hey everybody, I'm Alan Waters. I'm the Director of Marketing Communications here at the Chamber. And as you're seeing and hearing, we do a lot with not a lot. Marissa, Steve, and I are the only three full-time people here at the Chamber. But as you'll see as we're learning more, there's a lot of folks who make what our Chamber does possible. It's not something that we can handle on our own. So one of those, or some of those people are here right now, our board of directors. So our Chamber Board of Directors is made up of professionals from all kinds of industries throughout the New River Valley. These are the people that help guide us and help us get our strategic direction together. So a little bit about our chamber. In 2003, the Blacksburg Chamber of Commerce and the Christiansburg Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce joined together to make the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce. We are getting ready in 2028. We'll celebrate a 25th anniversary. Last year, however, was the 75th anniversary of the Christiansburg Montgomery County Chamber, so 75 years of chamber presence. It's hard, though, to celebrate 75 years when you're getting ready to celebrate 25. Math doesn't math there. But January of 2024, we relaunched our website, montgomerycc.org. Got a lot more user-friendly, and this is a guide for not just our chamber members, but for the community as a whole. For example, one of our recent community collaborations with Restaurant Week, we saw 8,000 visitors to our website that week just for Restaurant Week alone. So it is something that the community uses, visitors use. It's not just the businesses here. There are multiple ways you can stay up to date with us here at the Chamber. For email, we have our Monday morning message. You can sign up for that. You will get something every single Monday that details what's going on the week ahead. It also will point out some things that are going on in the near future. The social media we're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So you can see posts from us in all of those places if you're on there. We do have a Chamber members only Facebook group that if you are getting that Monday morning message, there's a link in there to sign up for that group, ask permissions. But that's really good for specifically talking to your other chamber members, letting them know what specials you have going on, that kind of stuff. Then I want to talk a little bit about today some of our virtual content and other opportunities. So we have our small business workshops that are hybrid. We have them here in person and streamed through Zoom. We have our monthly member highlight, which is a monthly documentary series focused on a different member. And then we have our Chamber TV, which is our YouTube channel, and that's where we house all of our events that we've recorded in the past. Any of our online programming, like our podcast, can be found through there. And then I want to talk a little today about how you can get involved both through the Chamber's signature events, our programs that we offer here, as well as community opportunities for you to get involved. So what can Chamber membership do for you? We live by these 4 words: invest, connect, engage, and prosper. And I will tell people all the time, if you don't first invest, connect, engage, you're not going to reach prosper. I'll also say often, we will hand you the tools. These are the tools that you can use. We can't build you the house though. So if you get into investment, it comes in various ways. It might be your time, it might be your brain, your bandwidth, it might be money. So case groups we'll talk about today, committees, leadership New River Valley, and Invest for Success, just a couple of those ways to get involved there. Connection comes from ribbon cuttings, our business after hours, other community events, and our business directory. It's making sure that you're getting in front of the people that you need to get in front of. Engagement comes from our ambassador team, programs like Women of Vision, Eggs and Issues, and then our Chamber Master platform. And then prosper, again, which got to do the other things first, but that comes in form of referrals, education, recognition, and community building. We feel that if one member, one business in our community gets stronger, our business community as a whole gets stronger. So we approach it from an all ships rise perspective. So talking about CASE here, this is one of my favorite programs, and I will say before I was ever a staff member, I was a member with my own business, and I was a part of CASE. Beyond just the professional, it also is about the personal, because so much of what you do here is relationship based. I met someone through CASE that is now the godfather to my daughter. So it's not all the things that are you just never know what these relationships are going to make. But these are referral-based networking groups. We have 5 of them that meet at these various times throughout the week. They're 1 member per industry. In 2025, my big marketing, they had $6 million in past referrals. That does not mean you're going to come in and have $6 million in closed sales. If you do, let's talk. But what this really means is when you're coming in, you've got people up to 20 in the room that are committed to you, committed to your business. You're not selling to those in the room, you're selling through those in the room. So really, really recommend this. Nancy will tell you, if you make this the most important meeting of your week, it will come back. It is all about a giving mindset. And this is also helping people if you need help with your elevator pitch, your 60-second referral. Coming into this group will help with that. You're repeating it every week. If you are new in business and you just don't have enough connections yet, this is another great way of doing that. I can talk and talk and talk about CASE because I really think it's impactful, but if you have to make the commitment to it to make it worthwhile. You can ask Michael about it in a little while. He is one of our CASE leads for the Tuesday 4 p.m. group. Nancy has probably already talked to you about that. Robert's in that group. So a lot to talk about with CASE, and we can chat more about it afterwards if you're interested. So our committees. We have a couple of committees. One is our Business Resource and Development Committee. This is focused on what do our business owners need here? What do our businesses need to succeed? And is our chamber programming helping with that? Our Talent and Education, which is focused on talent and education. I feel like that one's pretty straightforward. Infrastructure, looking at our roads, our railways, our airports, other things that help power what we do here on a daily basis. Legislative, again, that one feels pretty obvious. And then we have our 2 other committees that you cannot just join. The others, if you're interested in, let me know. You can be a part of those anytime. But the Women's Leadership Committee specifically plans our Women's Leadership Conference every March. And then our Awards and Recognition Committee, you have to be a former recipient of an award to be on there. Normally, we've got some award or something going on. I'd get you to get involved. Instead, today, I'm going to point out our Chamber Challenge. There's also a QR code on the back counter. It's on our website. If you are spending money in Montgomery County this year, save your receipts. 250 receipts turned into the chamber by the end of November will enter you into a raffle to win $2,500, courtesy of Triumph and IL. So if you're shopping here locally, save those receipts, bring them into us. We will count and make sure there are 250 of them, and then we'll get you in to enter that raffle, win you some money. All right. Leadership NRV. So I'm a part of this program right now. I'm actually a class member, but this is a nationally recognized program. Some of you, if you're not from here or from other places, may recognize Leadership, whatever community name. But our program specifically is a 10-month course, starts in February and runs until November. It's focused on building your leadership skills, community engagement, local knowledge. There are people that will go through this program that have lived here their whole lives and will learn something about our community that they never knew existed. We're getting ready. August 20th is our next day on economic development. So really excited for this. Applications will open this fall. That'll be in November. And it'll be all month of November that you can sign up to be a part of this. Don't think you should miss out, especially for those that are trying to, again, build your network, get to know more people, get to know Montgomery County, but also to learn a little bit more about who you are as a leader. Doesn't matter what part of your life that is. By the way, I talk fast. Anytime you have a question, let me know. All right, Invest for Success. So Invest for Success is our customizable marketing plan here at the Chamber. What we like to say is if you are going to spend any money at the Chamber, whether that is you're going to the annual dinner next year, you want to make sure it eggs and issues, you want some sponsorship, or you just want to play golf, whatever you're doing that is already happening here at the Chamber, you should meet with Marissa and get an IFS plan together. It's because it's going to make sure that you are signing up and getting that secured rate. When IFS ends, we often have to raise our prices to meet the demands of the world. It also guarantees your place. We have golf teams, bocce teams, business after hours, multiple things every year that sell out very quickly that you will never get if you're not a part of IFS. You also don't need to spend a ton of money to be a part of it. We've had people that are a part of IFS for $25. We've had people spend $10,000. If you're going to spend $10,000, let us know more quickly. But It doesn't mean anything. It just means if you're going to be a part of the chamber, if you're going to do something this year, you need to have this meeting with Marissa and get on those books. Henry Bass, I've got this quote here from him, but the biggest thing is Henry's been with us for the longer than the Montgomery County Chamber has existed. And this is one thing that he does every year and comes back to. So it is really important, and I'd love to talk to you more about it afterwards. I've got some things throughout here that I'll show you on the website. But yeah, would love to have you all involved. As you can see, the pictures are different opportunities. Ribbon cuttings. Some of you have already had these, we've talked about, but anyone that is a member of the chamber can have a ribbon cutting completely for free. Doesn't have to be that you are new in business. Doesn't have to be that you are just new to the chamber. It can be, I'm celebrating that I've been here for 5 years in the NRV. We have a new manager or a new team. If you have a reason to celebrate, you have a reason for a ribbon cutting. Now, we won't do one every month. Won't even do one every year, but let us know. We can get you signed up. We will help you with scheduling this on our social media. We'll make a graphic, get the post out to our over 7,000 followers. Now, we do have enhanced ribbon cutting packages available. The difference is for our normal ribbon cuttings, I'm out here with my phone, still getting good pictures. It's up the next day. For the enhanced ribbon cutting, it's myself, someone else. We're out there with our professional cameras, getting better quality photos. You'll get a full gallery of your day, and we will get you a 30 to 60 second highlight film of your ribbon cutting. The way I like to use this is if you are working on building up your marketing material, for $200, you can get a commercial and high quality grade of photos that you're able to use for your marketing on social media, on your website, and it is evergreen content. So I will give you an example of one. You might recognize this. So each one is different. They're not all the same. I try to get music that sets what the feeling of your business is. Brenda, you were right there in that video, so I didn't realize that. But we come out and we have that. And again, that's something that you have for a relatively low cost, allowing you to scale. Business After Hours. This is our biggest networking opportunity every single month. It is free to attend for our members. We have over an average of 75 to 150. It generally depends on when, where, how. But there's raffles, food, drink, a really good way to kick back, meet people in an unofficial way. If you're like me and you get paid to be an extrovert, but you're not one naturally, come meet someone that's got one of the ambassador tags on, talk to one of our chamber staff, talk to someone you recognize, and we'll help introduce you to new folks. Something that we often hear is, oh, the chamber's cliquish. It's not that the chamber is cliquish. It is that we get comfortable talking to people we know, and it's uncomfortable talking to people we don't. So if you ever come in and you're like, I just don't know who to talk to, they're all in groups, find somebody that's got one of those name tags on. We'll introduce you. We'll get you in there. Again, we're a nice, loving community. Love to have you involved. So, other piece of your connection is your chamber member business directory. It's quite a mouthful. So this is a passive part of your membership, but everyone has a directory listing automatically. Some numbers that are a little outdated at this point, but as of April 1st, 2025, we had over 750 listings, averaged at 771,000 searches, 166,000 hits, just under 6,000 link outs. What this really broke down to is for each business, you were searched for roughly 1,000 times. You were clicked on almost, or just over 225 times, had just around 8 direct website visits. Again, that is a passive part of your membership. That's not something you're paying for. And that is also helping you in that, like I said earlier, our website's not just for business owners. It's not just for citizens. It's also visitors. When you are searching for things and you are a chamber member, more likely than not, our directory is going to come up before websites. So that's the kind of stuff you're dealing with, and why you want to make sure that your business directory is filled out as much as you can possibly do it. Similar to your Google business profile, those kind of things. Now, we do have at the Chamber, if you're at the $800, the connector level or above in your membership, there are enhanced opportunities, pictures, video, other aspects of the profile you can use. I'll show you that in a moment, but we will also help you with that if you're at the $800 level or above. Our ambassador team. Michael, raise your hand again, because Michael is also on the ambassador team. So our ambassador team is, I would say, probably our #1 reason we're able to reach our over 700 members. This is a team of roughly 15 to 20 at any given point, and they are working with making sure we're keeping in contact with folks. This year they were focused primarily on retention. Who have we not seen in a while? Who has been a member and came to Membership 101 and we haven't seen them again in 2 years? Things like that to get people involved. We truly could not do as much as we do without our ambassadors. Carly Andrews and Emma Baker are our leads for this year. Some of the perks about being an ambassador is you're going to get special invites. We have some programs like our President's Breakfast where our ambassadors get a special invite. We do have other things like our ribbon cuttings, where every single one, ambassador is going to be holding that ribbon, and ambassador is going to present you the certificate. So you are getting more opportunity to be out and in front of others, and you're some of the first people to know when we have new members and other people in the community. Women of Vision got brought up earlier, so I want to point out, when we get to engagement, when you get to the connection, you get to these pieces, we have programming here at the Chamber that we look at our membership and say, what do they need and what are they asking us for? The Women's Leadership Conference every year sells out, one of the biggest events that we have here at the Chamber. And we're asked, are there more opportunities that you can build on this, or we can get more women in the room? So Women of Vision came from that. Our next session is Tuesday, September 1st. And then our final session for this year is going to be Tuesday, October 6th. So please make sure you get in there and register for those. All right. Speaking about events, Steve said that we have stuff going on. This is our calendar for this month. Just in what we're hosting in August, I put a word, or tried to put a single word to everything. We have an event that is inspiration, an event with responsibilities, community, welcoming, deja vu. This is my second Membership 101 I've hosted this month. That was the reason for that. Outdoor networking, indoor networking, budgeting, planning, competition, growth, health, wealth, beauty, care, relationships. When I say invest, connect, engage, prosper, there are opportunities to do it in abundance and wherever it meets you. On here, we have events in the morning. Eggs and Issues is going to be at Warm Hearth at 8 a.m. We have events that are in the afternoons. The 13th this week, Business After Hours, is at 5 p.m. at the Inter Virginia Tech. We have opportunities like our small business workshops that are virtual. We have our bocce tournament where you're going to get out on the field and you are going to get some sometimes friendly, sometimes not so friendly competition. If there is a way for your business to grow, come talk to us. There is something that you can get involved with here at the Chamber. And finally, I'm not going to go into this as much as I normally do, but Chamber Master is your back-end access to everything at the Chamber. The reason I say I'm not going to go into as much depth as I normally do is we're getting ready to upgrade to Growth Zone, which is the next step. Don't really know how to explain it yet. That's going to kick in January of next year, but over the next 6 months, or however many months at this point, we're going to be having some changes. So this is a guideline. Things will be different soon, but this should still help. If you have any issues, let us know. So for Chamber Master, if you own your business, you should have a login for your account. If you work in a bigger organization, I'm going to use Montgomery County for example, you may not have access. If you want access, we have to get permission for whoever's your primary. Part of that is because when you have access, you can change anything. So we can't let someone change it. We do need to ask that if you have access, make sure you're up to date. Part of our switch over to the Growth Zone is anything that is in our system as is will move. So if you have someone that doesn't work with you anymore, if you haven't heard from Leah up front or one of our interns calling to update, give us a call, make sure you're up to date. But this is where you can log in, pay your invoices, register for events, post openings, all that stuff listed here. And I will show you a little bit about how to do that in a second. So before I dive in and do the tour of our website and stuff, do you have any questions, anything like that that I can help with? So, all right, this is Chamber Master, just what I'll show you as you log in right now, what you will see. This is where you access all of your information. Company information over here on the side is where you'd update, you know, business name, what hours you're open, phone number, that kind of stuff. Our local specials and member-to-member special tabs is where you would post something. My recommendation is if you're going to post a special, make sure it's under local and it's public. The difference between these two is any local special, something marked public, can be found on our website for all to see. If it's member to member, you have to log into Chamber Master to see it, which isn't to say that people won't, but you're not likely to see it if you're going to do that. It's not going to hit as many eyes. News releases. This is really cool if you've got something going on in your business or organization. It could be, hey, so-and-so is celebrating 50 years with the company. It could be we're announcing a new project line. If you come through, post it as a news release, it will populate on Chamber Master. You can see kind of stuff will post up down here, but on your business directory page as well, it will list and click and be a part of that. Same with job postings. This isn't highly used, but we do have it available. Post a job, it'll be available on our website. And then some other pieces, our events and our directory. There are two benefits to using Chamber Master over the one that's on our website. For the directory, you might have some additional information. For example, on our public directory, it's only going to be the hello@ email address, the office phone number. For the directory here, a business might have additional representatives, additional contact information. It's not guaranteed, but it is the possibility. The events, if you're submitting something through our online website, it still works the same, but if you submit it through Chamber Master, you can include pictures, you can include videos, you can include additional elements that you can't online. So that's some of the benefits of using this versus our actual online version. And again, like I said, this is going to change at some point. Once that is underway, we'll let people know so that we can keep you up to date as we're learning. Over here on our website, if you visit, you're going to get this pop-up. That's how you sign up for the Monday morning message. It is set to do the first time you open the website in a day. I think it is almost every time I open the website, but it's a good reason for it being there, so please excuse it if you've already signed up. This home directory page, you're able to kind of get everything from the home page that is really important. We always have some events that we've got going on scrolling through here. And you can also access other things like our member magazine. But the big pieces I want to look at are our directory here. So when you go to search for someone, and I am going to use Wheeler Media for, see there? I'm going to use Wheeler Media as my example. This is somebody that has that bigger page fully filled out. They've got their logos up there available. Their About Us is fully filled out with information. They have our video linked, and they have these highlights, which I thought was really useful. They clicked all their radio stations. That's an example of what you can do to fully build out your business profile. If you're not at the $800 level, you're not able to put the picture, the video, you still can have the About Us, all the contact information, all the links, so that doesn't go away. And again, the more information somewhere, the better. The other piece on our website that is the other big massive use is this events calendar. If you're coming on and you've submitted something to the events calendar, it will come here for all to see. So this isn't just our events, it's also community events, other things going on here locally. We do use some separation. For example, if someone were to come in and put an event and said, I have a sale going on all fall long, we probably won't accept it because then it would appear every single day and get really cluttered. But if it's something that you have, for example, I don't know anything about it, but Retire Path Virginia, that's a community program. One of our members submitted, it goes on here for all to see. If you're submitting from the website, this little plus button right here is all you need to do. Fill out the contact information. Now I will say if it's very vital, if it's coming up quick, send me an email too to say, hey Alan, this went through. That way I know to be on the lookout so I can approve it from our end. All right. Some other fun things that you can see here. We have our Chamber magazine with articles from our members. This is from this year's. I am really proud to say that last year's, as of last Tuesday, we won Friends of Southwest Virginia Tourism Award for it. So this isn't an award-winning magazine, but we intend to submit it next year. So hopefully it will be an award-winning magazine. You can also see things like our under our content tab, those member highlights that I told you about, the Chamber TV can be found there. This is one of those Invest for Success opportunities. We've only got 12 per year. It is a 3 to 7 minute long, typically documentary about you, what your business is, what you do. So a good opportunity if you're trying to get involved. And again, trying to build up some of that marketing collateral. And then other than that, I've got our full programs list, our full events list, a lot to do on this website. So, all right, that's all I've got for today, unless I have any final questions, any other thoughts. All right, well, thank you all for being here. Please make sure to eat some more pizza if you've not already, and we'll see you in an event soon.